Mine was just one really quick thing, which what do you make of Brielle unfollow? Like initially the girls were like, oh my God, stunned, supposedly, love Croy. Then Brielle unfollows him. I mean, what do you make of all that? Like, do you just think, you just kind of follow your mom? Like, or do you think,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
I think you follow your mom. Yes. I think you follow your mom, and there's no question that's where this is going to end. Right. And so here we are, but I do think it's going to get ugly before it gets better. Listen, I urge people to go back and listen. I'll have to reshare it to my Brielle chat. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, and it was like, we love Croy. We love Croy. I mean, you can change quickly, but it's just interesting to me. Let's talk about everything else except my, let's not talk about this. We can talk about the Scandal next time, my attending the Scandal show. And then we'll talk next time also about me attending the GLAAD Awards and running into my ex-enemy or my enemy. Not that I have a problem with her. She hates me, Margaret Josephs, and I ran into Jackie Goldschneider this past weekend. So we'll save the real life run-ins for the next episode. What else was on our list here? I'm gonna have to pull it up of things to discuss. You know what What
I mean,
else
there's
is on our
so
list?
much. Do you want to talk about Julie Christie of the Chrisleys? Julie Chrisley, sorry.
Anything else with Bravo?
Well, Gina from Real Housewives of Orange County working overtime says she's not on Ozempic. Your thoughts? Thoughts, my dear?
Does anyone even care? Does anyone even care about Gina Kirschenheiter?
Well, you're the one that, I mean, you're not really excited about RHOC, and like we talked about last episode.
No, I'm not really excited about RHOC at all whatsoever.
Why do you think that she's denying? I mean, do you think if she's denying this hard, do you think there's a chance that Gina from Real Housewives of Orange County is not on Ozempic?
No, it's a one shot. You stick it in you and you're not hungry. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe anybody that is loose. Listen, I believe in someone. I just was on what the hell? I was on some podcast. Oh, I'm going to be on Rachel Yucatel show again coming up. We played it Ozempic or not, which seems to be the thing that Patrick and Pohl played out with me. Like Black China looks like she had her implants taken out. She looks like it's a normal amount of weight loss. Black China, not Ozempic, in my professional opinion. I think when there's a drastic, I mean, has anyone seen pictures of Margaret Josephs lately? Like,
I know,
I mean,
it's unreal. I don't believe for what I don't believe any of them. I don't. And
I know for a fact Margaret's on it. Her mother told me. So sorry guys, there you go. I'm revealing something. I mean, does anyone care? But like, it's not like, I mean, I know Teresa is on it for a fact. Like, these are facts. So just fucking admit it already.
I wish they would, because, I mean, everybody's taking it, and I don't believe any of them. Our girls here in Beverly Hills, I mean, Sutton even commented like she's the only one, maybe Garcelle, not on Ozempic.
Sutton is like thin.
And Crystal's not on it.
Larsa Pippen has a new podcast with the son, Marcus Jordan Jr.
All right, talk to me. I had seen the tweet about this, and it said it was almost like them teasing. Are they coming out with a podcast, or are they?
That's what it seemed like. Oh my God. You know what we have to talk about next time too is Lisa Rinna and Andy Cohen. Our next show is going to be jam-packed.
We have a big bot update, but from Diana Jenkins too. We have a huge
She dropped the suit.
I want us to put our speculation hat. Let's have fun. Let's imagine why this didn't happen, because there's I thought there was some interesting quotes in the story.
What? Like that she's behind the bots?
Well, no, but you tell me, you're the attorney. In one of the news stories I read about it, Diana Jenkins is going to drop the bot investigation because the judge in it felt like she was not the correct person to pursue it. Now, what the hell does that mean? Unless you're involved with it or could be involved with it. And so the judge wanted to appoint somebody else to be the head or the representation of the bot investigation. So Diana says she reached out to Garcelle. Garcelle has never responded. And so therefore she's dropping it.
Garcelle will never be responding.
What do you make of this? Why would a judge say, hey, I don't think you're the right person because maybe emotionally she's too close to it,
Well, I
or
mean, like, as in, like, you have no standing. Like, what's your involvement? Like, why do you? Who are you to bring a suit to lead this investigation? I mean, I understand Diana's probable analysis of like, I need to clear my name, but I don't know. Does anyone even care? It's like I said in the beginning, we're never going to find out anything about these bots. And Garcelle, I can tell you also, will never be responding to Diana Jenkins ever again. Before we kind of
yeah,
wrap up, what about the fact that Andy Cohen in his book, there's a lot of nuggets in the Daddy Diaries that
a
he is
lot.
just, he's done with the Nini.
I mean, we might have to continue this conversation next episode. Wow. I guess you called it, right? That Nene would never be back. I think we both started out that way. And then I thought, no, maybe she'll be back. But now I'm like, no, I guess she'll never be back, right? I mean, he basically says what a sad ending to I loved her, I respected her. Um, Now, a lot of people have mixed feelings about this on Twitter that Andy stole a lot of ideas from her. They stole basically kind of her over the top personality and image. And I don't know, guys. I think that's so hard to make that allegation because when you sign up to work for a company, you're signing away usually any of your ideas you give to them. I mean, that's why they're paying you $1 million a year. I mean, wasn't like this woman was paid 10 cents. I mean, at one point she was very, very highly paid in the network.
I just don't know why. I mean, can't Nene find, I mean, Porsche? Like, Kim, can't Nene and somebody from the ATL have the equivalent of two T's? Like, Nene to me is she should be doing something on her own, a YouTube channel. I mean, look what Kelly and Rick are doing. Now, I'm not saying that any of these things are so huge, but it could, listen, I've said this before. I mean, we are not successful and have top podcasts because we're so wonderful and fabulous. We are great at the job, but sticking to the Kim Kardashian school of thought, we get up and work every fucking day. This isn't fun. Like it's fun, but it's work.
Very
So
stressful.
it's not being on a red carpet and getting your picture taken with someone. I mean, all that's great, but the amount of things I turn down versus the amount of things I go to, it's like, I don't have time. I don't want to be making small talk on a red carpet with some fucking housewife and get a goddamn picture. I would rather sit here and do another episode because there's ads that are in it and we're doing this is where you guys want me. It's not. So I think when people start doing this full time and it's really being monetized, they're like, wow. So I don't know if Nene has that in her. I don't know if she has it in her to stick with, like, why is her YouTube? Why doesn't she have a huge YouTube channel? Like, Nene is somebody that the people listening to this podcast right now would turn to. If Nene were recapping this season of RHOA, let's start there to blow it off. And she were like, girl, now let me tell you what I heard on the street about Drew Sidora. And I ran into Drew and this thirsty bitch, I mean, whatever Nene had to say, I guarantee you it would be pretty like iconic in a lot of ways, love or hate her. And it would be making money and it would be a big thing, probably out of nowhere, it could go viral.